Loli was a young goat who lived with her little brother Tinko. Tinko was her stepbrother. After Loli's father died, her mother married a goat named Tomi. Tomi did not like Loli and was often harsh to her. Because of this, Loli grew angry and hurt, and she began to dislike him. Sadly, both Tomi and Molly passed away. Now Tinko was Loli's responsibility. Loli often got angry with Tinko, and sometimes even pushed or hit him. But deep inside her heart, she loved him very much. Loli's best friend was Mrs. Donny, a kind deer who was older and already married. She had 2 children, Mickey and Kiki. Mickey was Tinko's best friend. Mrs. Donny often advised Loli to be gentle with Tinko, but Loli couldn't change. One day, Loli and Mrs. Donny were nibbling grass together. Loli looked up and said softly,
"Mrs. Donny, I want to go there,"
pointing ahead.
"I heard there are many fresh grass patches."
Mrs. Donny looked in that direction and shivered.
"No, we can't go there. You know, the 5 wolves live there. They will eat us."
Loli's face fell. She slowly nibbled her grass and whispered,
"I wish I could go there."
After a few days, Loli was nibbling grass alone. Just then, a wolf named Ricky appeared from the bushes and called out,
"Hey, come here!"
Loli shivered. Ricky stepped closer and said gently,
"Don't be afraid. I have an offer for you."
Loli's eyes widened.
"An offer?"
"Yes.
Ricky nodded.
If you bring the other animals here, we'll eat them. Then you can eat as much as you want. There's plenty of fresh grass."
Loli hesitated, then quietly turned back home. That night, Loli lay quietly, thinking about Ricky's offer. Tinko was sleeping soundly nearby. She hesitated.
"This isn't right."
But then she imagined the fresh, green grass. Her mouth watered. Finally, she nodded.
"I'll do it. I have to."
The next morning, Loli made her way to the clearing. As soon as she arrived, the 5 wolves appeared. Ricky stepped forward and asked,
"Well, what do you think, Loli?"
Loli took a deep breath and said firmly,
I agree."
Ricky smiled.
"Good. Bring the other animals. And there's plenty of grass for you."
The next morning, Loli was eating grass with Sony, another goat. Loli said cheerfully,
"Sony, let's go there. I heard the grass is very fresh."
Sony looked in that direction and shivered.
"No, Loli, wolves live there. They will eat us."
Lowly laughed.
Don't worry. They are not there today.
Sony hesitated.
Are you sure?
Lowly swallowed and smiled.
Of course. Come on, them fresh, lush grass is waiting.
Sony slowly followed her. When they reached there, Sony started nibbling the grass.
Wow. This is so yummy,
she said happily. Suddenly, a voice called out from the bushes. Sony looked around in shock.
Lowly, whose voice is that?
Before she could run, the 5 wolves jumped out. Ricky stepped forward.
Hello, little goat.
Sony's eyes widened.
Lowly!
She cried in fear and looked at her friend. Lowly just smiled quietly. The wolves surrounded Sony. Mickey stepped forward and grabbed Sony by the neck, holding her tightly. Sony struggled, but she couldn't move at all. Then the wolves dragged her to their den. Lowly began eating the grass.
Ah, this was worth it.
From that day on, Lowly trapped other animals so she could eat the fresh grass. One day, Tinko and Mickey were playing.
Let's eat grass over there.
Tinko said, running ahead.
No! We can't!
Mickey shouted.
Mom said strictly no!
But Tinko didn't listen. He reached the clearing and began eating. Suddenly, Ricky and Mickey appeared, surrounding him. Just then, Joji stepped out.
Wait, he's Lowly's brother.
Ricky smiled.
Don't worry, he's step-brother. Let's eat, it will be soft.
Tinko froze, fear in his eyes. On the other hand, Mickey ran to Lowly.
Mom! Sis! Tinko!
Lowly's face turned pale.
What happened?
He went there. Where the wolves live.
Mickey stammered. Lowly cried.
No, my brother!
She tried to run, but Mrs. Doney caught her.
It's too late,
she said softly. Lowly's eyes burned red.
I'll take revenge. I won't spare them.
The next day, Lowly went to the clearing. Ricky hesitated.
Lowly, actually.
Lowly smiled.
You did good. You know, he was my stepbrother. I hated my stepdad. Now I'm happy.
The wolf sighed in relief. Mickey grinned.
I knew you'd be happy.
Lowly nodded and walked away. That night, Lowly thought of a plan. She told Mrs. Doney and her kids, Mickey and Kiki, everything she had done. Mrs. Doney and the children listened quietly, tears in their eyes.
I did wrong. But now I'm going to do what's right.
Lowly said, determination in her eyes. Mrs. Doney nudged her softly. The very next morning, she went to see an elephant, Emo.
Mr. Emo. I want to confess,
Lowly said, her voice trembling. Emo's eyes widened.
What? Tell me.
Lowly took a deep breath.
I trapped the animals and ate the fresh grass. Mr. Roro, the deer, his little son Rishi, and Mrs. Brown, the goat, her daughter, Finey. They all suffered because of me.
Tears rolled down her cheeks. Emo's face turned serious.
It's good that you realized your mistake.
Lowly wiped her tears.
It isn't enough. I realized it only when I lost my brother. Now, we will take revenge.
Emo looked at her.
Do you have a plan?
Lowly nodded and explained her strategy. Emo listened carefully, and then smiled slightly. That afternoon, he called an emergency meeting. All the animals gathered. First, he calmly told them everything Lowly had confessed. How she had trapped other animals because of her greed. The animals listened quietly. Lowly stood silently with her head bowed. Then Emo said,
We will take revenge for our beloved. The elders will dig a pit, and our little ones will collect leaves and branches to fill it. It must be done secretly.
The animals nodded quietly. Groups were quickly formed. Lowly and Emo were guiding them. The pit was dug, and the little ones had filled it with leaves, twigs, and soft earth. Emo looked at Lowly. She nodded quietly. Then she headed toward the wolves' territory, ready to put their plan into action. Lowly came running. Ricky looked at her.
What happened?
Lowly said,
Noni is injured and can't move. It's perfect for you. Hurry.
Joji, Mickey, and the others followed quickly. Soon, they reached the pit. Lowly stopped and smiled.
Go for your meal. Noni is just ahead. I'll get my grass.
Ricky laughed.
Okay.
As Lowly turned away, Joji and the others stepped forward and fell into the pit, shouting. The pit was surrounded by the animals. Ricky, Mickey, and the others froze as Lowly appeared at the edge.
You ate my brother!
She shouted. Tears ran down her cheeks. Mickey cried.
He was your stepbrother.
Lowly's voice cracked.
No, he was my brother!
Ricky shouted.
You liar! You cheated us!
Lowly shouted back, her eyes red.
No! I cheated these innocent fellows. You ate their loved ones because of my greed.
All the animals picked stones and threw them. Soon, the 5 cunning wolves were injured and defeated. The animals cheered with joy. Lowly looked at them.
I can't stay here. Your loved ones are gone because of me.
The animals were silent. Mr. Emo stepped forward.
You did wrong. But because of you, we are safe now. You won't leave.
Loli wiped her tears and nodded. Mrs. Donny, Mickey, and Kiki smiled through their tears. Moral: confess your mistakes and make them right.